Hello, everyone. Already messing up my first ever podcast. Welcome to season 1, episode 1 of the newest and greatest podcast. Isn't it interesting? Today, I have a very special guest with me, my former and future roommate, Lydia.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me as your first guest.
Of course, you should really understand how big of an honor this is, so hopefully you do. And so we're going to start off by just having you introduce yourself because I'm assuming that most people watching, well, some might know who you are, but some don't. So maybe you can just say, like, where you're from and, well, you can say your major, but I don't really, this is no school project. So.
Okay. Well, I'm from Wilmington. I'm studying exercise science, but we probably won't be talking about that too much.
No. And for people who don't know, like, Wilmington is the beach, which is kind of cool. It's like if you lived on the Cape, but then if people lived in the Cape year round.
Right? Tess has been there more than anyone
True.
that doesn't live there.
True.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that a little bit later.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I wanted to start off with just, like, us meeting and stuff. And so basically how we met was online, and there was this, like, app where you can, like, it's basically like Tinder but for roommates, where you can, like, swipe right and swipe left, and then
you can DM them.
Yeah, Lydia saw me and she swiped right and slid in my DMs. So as someone who's not on a dating app but might someday have to join because I've given up on finding someone the old-fashioned way, what made you swipe right? Like, what advice do you have for me?
I think you were so cute.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't even remember what you had in your bio, but it was, okay, something, wait, can I touch this?
Yeah.
Okay. For those of you that don't know, I really wanted to go to Boston College, and so then, like, I had already committed to UNC, and Tess popped up, and she said she was from Boston, and, like, immediately I was like, that is so cool, like, that's where I wanted to go in the first place. And then, like, I stalked you on Visco, like, on Instagram, couldn't find your TikTok, but
It's private.
yeah.
Do you remember how you slid into my DMs? I do, because I was reading it the other day with Catherine.
Yes, I do, because that's something we talk about a lot.
Yeah.
I asked her, I commented, like, I looked through her Instagram and saw that she went to the Eras tour, and I asked her what her surprise songs were.
True story. And then I asked you what yours were, because then I stalked you.
Yeah.
And then we became good friends. And I was thinking,
The rest is history.
Literally. I was thinking, do we know when? Like, can we pinpoint a time last year where we, like, got close?
Wait, I have a screenshot. I'll go back to that question. But the other day I found a screenshot of the app that we were, like, that I found you on. What was it called?
Room sync?
Yeah, Room Sync. It was literally a
Wait, you found a screenshot of my profile?
Of when we, like, had all committed, like, all four of us were, like,
it was, like, the last day, I'm pretty sure. Because I remember Catherine and I were like, oh, we'll just, like, be randomly placed because we couldn't, like, find anyone.
Yeah, I'll find it in a second. But Tess and Catherine were literally at orientation when I was texting them, like, and trying to get to know them. And we had, like, I think June 17th was the last day. I probably asked you, like, on the 15th.
Yeah.
Like,
and
we were running out
she
of
had
time.
a friend spying on us.
I did.
At orientation.
I had an inside source, will not be named, but
doesn't need to be named. But, like, was texting Lydia about, not me. Well, was it me? But Catherine went on stage.
You guys were always together.
Yeah.
But the person was like, I think I know who you're talking about, and I think one of them just went on stage
to sing.
It was Catherine.
And it was Catherine. Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
And I remember, because I wasn't sitting with Catherine at that point because you had to sit with your group and we weren't in the same group. And someone was like, oh, who's your roommate? And I was like, oh, she's here somewhere, like, in another group. And then she goes on stage. I'm like, wait, do you see that girl on stage? Like, that's her. And I was like, we're going to be friends because, like, this is so cool. Like, I was just laughing.
I was like, when they told me that, I was like, I don't know. I'm assuming this is a good thing. Like, already I could tell that she was going to be fun.
She was outgoing. She was going to be fun. I agree. Okay, I was thinking, like, when did we become close? And then I decided that, like, it was, well, we got very close very fast. Yeah. But I decided we got, like, super close after I went to Wilmington for the first time. But I can't remember when that was.
Probably October. It was probably October break.
Yeah, it might have been. It wasn't fall break because I went home for fall break. But But it was, I think it was before the holidays. It had to have been.
You went home for Thanksgiving and October break?
Yeah.
Then maybe we just had a long weekend.
I think it
where you
was.
came.
Yeah, because I also came for that February long weekend. But I stayed at Riley's, but I had already stayed at your house, so it would have had to be.
Yeah, I went home a lot the first semester. I think, I was homesick, but then.
No, we all went home a lot.
Yeah.
Because I went home to Catherine's house for Labor Day, and then I went home for fall break, and then I went to your house. Like, we all went home a lot.
Yeah. So it was definitely probably the first month or second month that.
Yeah.
Like, long weekend. Probably 3 days. Like, I don't go home. We have a 3-day break this weekend, and none of us are leaving, but we would have last year.
Yeah,
For 3 days.
But now I, like, appreciate staying here and doing nothing.
Yeah, me too.
So you have to work.
Only on, like, Sunday and Monday. But technically, Friday and Saturday, I could go home, but I'm not going to do that.
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned that you liked Boston College and you like Boston. I don't know why these keeps going off, but this is gonna annoy me, so I'm gonna move it closer so I don't have to keep going as far. So you went to Boston with me last year, but that was your second time in Boston.
Yeah, my first time was, like, June before I graduated. So, like, I was a junior.
Talk about Boston.
Well, I went, like, June. Like, June. So it was, like, everything was green. It was
beautiful.
Like, perfect weather.
Yeah.
You were there, but I didn't know you.
Yeah.
But I just, like, everything, it was like a city, but not as busy as New York City, which I have been to once before.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, like, everything was so close. And there was this park. You probably know what it is. But it's, like, very close to, like, Harvard and BC. And, like, I was, like, could envision myself, like, studying there.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not, like, anywhere outside. This is, like, our problem here, is that we don't have anywhere outside to do work. And we're literally in North Carolina. Like, why don't we have seating outside?
There's, like, actually, like, a couple tables by the student stores.
Yeah.
But the problem with those also is that they're pit preachers, which for people who don't go to school in the South, do you think it's probably most Southern schools?
Yeah.
Like, these guys are on campus just, like, preaching, but I don't even know if they're preaching, but just so loud. And my favorite is, like, when I walk by and he yells at people that they're going to hell. Like, I find
my favorite was when I got yelled at because my shorts were too short.
Yeah.
They are preaching, and here's the thing, when we say, like, guys, they're, like, old men.
Yes, like 60,
not students.
65-year-old
yeah.
men. Yeah. And so you can't really study over there because
then you're gonna
hear them and yell at them, and
Yeah.
that's not an option. So then there really are no options because we have a lot of, like, green area, but there's no seats. So, like, people sit on the
there's
ground.
no benches. But, like, when I went to Boston and I saw this, like, beautiful park, I was like, oh, I would totally come here and, like, do
Maybe
work.
you're talking
and
about
study.
the comments, but I don't really know.
Probably.
But then she came back in January. And did you then say, maybe it's good I didn't come here?
Well, like, okay, so I've been complaining about the cold, like, all winter here.
It has been cold. I'll give you
It has been cold. And it did snow this weekend one day. But I just feel like when it's cold and it snows, it's worth it. But, like, when it's, like, today, my hands are, like, cracking. And it's just 25 degrees and, like, freezing.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's not as worth it. Like, at least, like, snow is fun.
Yeah.
Probably
you
not
don't
for a
have
long
to, like,
amount of time.
Right. If you don't have to, like, clear your car
Yeah.
or, like, anything, that's fine.
Like, go about daily life.
No,
and
I agree.
Yeah. But also another thing I was thinking about, like, if I went to school in Boston, I would still leave for, like, Christmas break. So I
True.
wouldn't
So you
even
would
be
miss
there
some
for
of
a
the bad
month.
time. But February's the worst month, and you'd be there all of February.
Oh. I don't know. It didn't turn me off from it because I was just so happy to be there for a second time. But I probably, if I was there for, like, when does it get cold? October? November? Not snowy, but, like, cold.
Yeah, it starts to get cold just sometimes in October, but in November for
From,
sure.
like, October to
like
March
literally
or
early April sometimes. Yeah.
Then maybe I would, like,
Well,
be a little upset.
I remember when we had just gotten there and we were in the North End, and I was in, like, like, we were bundled up, and we passed like a bunch of girls that were clearly going out, and they were in, like, tank tops and, like, jeans, and I was like, thank God.
I will never forget that. Because immediately I said, that would never be me.
Could
I
never.
would never be, like, trekking to go out not even wearing a coat. They were not wearing coats. Like,
No, they
maybe
weren't.
they had on bodysuits, but, like, they were not dressed for the cold.
No, I was like, oh, thank God I actually don't go here.
Yeah.
Because I think for people who do go to school in Boston, I love Boston, and I think it's probably my favorite city, but I just can't do it in the winter. Like, it's just bad. It's bad.
You need a summer house. You need a Cape house.
That's the goal. That's the plan. I'm going to build I was actually thinking about this the other day. So I'm going to build my house, my main house. I haven't decided where. I've toyed with maybe DC area, outside of DC, Virginia. Probably not Massachusetts, but also maybe not as far away as here. I don't know. And I have some things that I want. So let's go through those.
Okay.
This first thing, this a must is a heated toilet, seat.
That's the first thing.
First thing, actually the only thing I want.
Wait, can I add on to that?
Yeah.
A heated towel machine?
Yes.
Where you put your towel in and then get out of the shower and it's warm?
Wait, because I almost bought one on TikTok Shop the other day because it was $28. And I was like, I don't have room for it or need it. But I think that, that's a necessity.
What about, a shower, the entire shower floor is heated, but you just want the toilet seat?
Wait, yeah, they do have, heated floors, don't they? Yeah, no, maybe that too. But also the toilet seat. Okay, this is
Why though? Why?
Okay, because this is why. Because when I was home for break and every time I'd have to go to the bathroom, I wouldn't want to go because I'm fuck, the toilet seat is so cold and it ruins my entire experience of going to the bathroom. So I would just hold it in and not go to the bathroom because it was too cold.
Wow.
And my dad's heat was broken, so it was really cold. It was
when he was wearing a hat in the house.
Yeah, it was 57. And I was like, do I drive to my mom's right now to use the bathroom because it's really cold.
That is funny.
And so, yeah. And so that's one of my necessities. Okay, other thing.
I can get behind that.
The heated
That
toilet.
was just really took me by surprise. I didn't
That's
think that
my
would be
first
the
thing.
very first thing.
I know. But I just feel like it's a need. I also want a pool, but I don't want to deal with it. So I want a pool and someone to deal with the pool.
That's very fair. They're a lot of work.
My dad does so much work for the pool, and
Yeah.
I don't.
I would need a heated pool. I don't need a hot tub, but I would need it to be able I don't want it to be 30 degrees in November.
Yeah. The thing with the
That's
heated
exaggeration, but you know what I
pool,
mean.
you might not need a heated pool if you're here.
No, but people still have them.
I know. We don't. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that is crazy.
I know. You can only use it for July and August.
I know. That's I know it's definitely not a necessity here, but
No,
if I have the
yeah.
option, I want it to be heated.
That's fair.
I
That's
don't
fair.
even care about hot tubs that much. They're fun, but it's not I'm dying to have a hot tub.
Fair. I also want a shoe closet.
Yeah.
Because I just want you know how people have all the sneakers and it's on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
Do you want to
the
be able
things.
to display all of them or some of them?
No, no, I want them all to be displayed, but
Have you
in the
seen
closet.
Home Edit? Have you seen that show where they go in and organize celebrities' closets?
No, but yeah, I want that.
You would like that show.
I probably would.
Yeah, they go in and organize celebrities' closets, and the very first episode is oh, what's her name? Legally Blonde, Reese Witherspoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they go in and organize her costume closet, and they have.
Wait, I would love that.
Yeah.
But I want them to do it for me.
Yeah, they do it for you.
Yeah, but just for celebrities. So this
Well, you
podcast
can hire
better go
them.
big.
I mean,
so that
yeah, true.
So once we get famous off this podcast, what's your first order of business?
Oh gosh.
I can think of mine.
For me or for you?
No, for me.
Go ahead.
No, I want to hear for you.
Well, I don't know. I haven't got a chance to think of it. Let me think. Go ahead.
Tart Trip.
A what?
The Tart Trip.
What is that?
The Tart Trip on TikTok.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Lydia's not as chronically online as I am, and it really is annoying sometimes because I feel like I'm talking to myself. I know Riley knows what I'm talking about. You know Tart, the brand.
Company, yes.
They bring influencers on a trip.
I literally use their stuff all the time.
Okay,
Why was I not invited before?
I can't believe you don't know about this.
I just haven't
Tripping
been
with tart?
No,
No, but this is not the first time they've done it. They've been doing this for years.
It's okay. Wait, explain. They just send. Where do they send you? Anywhere?
So, okay. No, they don't just send. Okay. So they have a brand trip. Do you know what a brand trip is?
Yes.
Okay. So right now they're on a brand trip to like a private island in the British Virgin Islands. So it's called Nectar Island. And the only people on the island right now are the workers and then the influencers on the Tart trip and then the person who owns Tart. So everyone, like all the influencers, they get there and their rooms are filled with everything, like every Tart product ever, every food that they want, like jewelry, clothes.
I'm jealous.
They gave them like Sony cameras and Hermes bracelets.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's insane. And then every day there's something planned, like a water excursion.
And they just have to post about it?
Yeah.
Can I get on that?
No, I want to be invited so bad. And they did. Okay, so then this time, because people were like complaining that like, well, people complain about everything on the internet, but people were like, oh, you should like let people win the trip. You know, like people will actually use your products that aren't famous.
Yeah.
So then this time, 2 people won the trip. So this one girl like brought a friend, but then the other girl that won, her sister's literally TikTok famous, and she brought her sister, and she has 500,000 like followers.
That doesn't count.
And I'm like, okay, that's not
need a redo
real.
for that one.
I like them, and they're interesting to watch, and like they were really excited, like full support, but like also don't count them as like ordinary people, and like invite someone else.
Maybe they were just thinking that the sister that actually won it wasn't famous.
Yeah, but she sells like 58,000 followers, which isn't like a ton on TikTok, but it is.
No, we'll probably have more than that eventually. So.
Yeah, that's so true. I didn't even think about that. Okay. What else should we talk about?
Should I like want to think of something that
Oh, yeah.
that I would, but
Yes, please do.
I just like, if you guys don't know me, some of you might, some new followers might not know, I love to travel. So it would probably be some kind of trip. Like I've been to France and Spain, or I would say Spain, but maybe Greece. I don't know. I'm just I want to see stuff.
Like on an influencer trip, or would you like just use the money from
Yeah, I would just use the money
to go on a trip?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I invited?
I mean, of course.
Okay. Just
I mean, if
checking.
someone wants to like sponsor me and send me to Greece, then like I wouldn't say no, but like
Yeah,
I also don't need the camera in my face all the time. Sometimes like I like to have a private life.
Oh, sorry for pulling you out of that, but we're really making you explore. Wait, also going back to the house, you said that you want a heating pool, but like what else do you want? Like not necessarily pool related.
I want a like wraparound deck.
That's a good
like
one.
all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
Like also I want a view. So like half of the, the back half would face a lake, the beach, whatever. And then the front half, like you could have like rocking chairs and you can people watch, obviously, because I'm so nosy.
Yep.
So.
Also nosy. We are both nosy, and it's kind of awesome.
Wait, you want to hear something? Yesterday at Starbucks, a couple sat in those comfy chairs and turned them around to face out the window. And I was like,
wait, that's so smart because backstory. So there used to be a Starbucks on Franklin Street on the other side of the road, and it was way small. Like there weren't a lot of seats at all, but I always found seating because less people went. So I will say, but I loved that Starbucks because along the window there was like a bar and seats, so you could like sit up there and just like people watch all day. Like it was my favorite seat.
And it's so busy on that street.
So busy.
Franklin Street is the busiest street, and like it's right at the corner of the main corner. So there's always people there. And so the new Starbucks is right across the street, but there's no bar.
There's no bar. And it's so much bigger. It's very nice. Although I don't think they utilize all the space as well as they could. Like I feel like there could be more seats, but
no one asked me. So.
Yeah, no one asked Lydia. She would have designed it better. That's the first thing my mom actually said when she came in. She's like, they don't use their space well.
They don't. I agree.
They don't at all. But anyway, first of all, there's never anywhere to sit, which why? People who didn't go last year shouldn't go this year. Like, leave.
Agree.
But anyway, there's no bar, like you said. So I feel like I missed out, especially like most of the seats face away from the window.
Yeah.
So I can't people watch.
Or they're like, if they do face the window, it's like too far away. Like, you're sitting in the
Yeah.
middle of the store at
You
that
can't
point.
actually
Like,
see.
you're not actually looking out the window.
I miss that so much about the old one.
Yeah.
Like, I actually, like, I know this is dramatic, but I miss it a lot.
Well, we would, like, see random stuff. Like, one time there was someone rollerblading.
That's what I was thinking of. And he flipped.
Yeah.
Like, in the air on rollerblades. And
And
I'm, like,
kept
just
going.
sitting there doing work. And I was like, what? Yeah, he stuck the landing.
Yeah.
I will say. And now Lydia works at Starbucks.
I didn't work at the old one. I took last school year off. But
Yeah. So it would be even better because I feel like I go there more now.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was nervous to go there last year. Not work, but, like, to work there. You would always go first. Tess would go first and find us seats. And then I would come. But I didn't, like, we didn't live that far away. But I also didn't want to walk all the way there and hope that one of 10 seats would be open.
There were literally, like, barely any seats.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I would stand there and wait for, like, 15 minutes because I was committed to working at Starbucks.
Yeah. But now I work there, like, at least 3 days a week, and Tess always comes to see me. It's the best.
Yeah. Most time I spent at Starbucks in a day, 7 hours.
That's impressive. Was it a weekend?
Yeah, it was a Sunday.
Was I working?
Maybe.
One
I don't
time
remember.
I worked, and Tess was, like, in there the entire time, and then I did homework with her after. You were very locked in that day. It was finals.
I can sit at Starbucks all day. Some people are like, oh, I like to move around. But, like, once I'm locked in, I'll just stay.
Well, also, like, the inside of Starbucks is, like, obviously it's so busy. So even if you can't look outside the window at stuff going on, like, it's not like the lobby.
Yeah.
The library, I mean.
But,
like, we cannot go in the library because there's nothing to look at, which is why we're always, like, at a coffee shop or just, like, not in a study room.
Not in the library.
Yeah.
But the problem with Starbucks is, like, it's chill when people have conversations, like, at a normal level. Okay, when I was there when did I go? Sunday.
Yeah.
The girl next to me was on the phone, and she was talking really loud, and she was, like, booking a flight with her mom for spring break, and she's leaving out of Virginia. Why do I know this? Because she was so loud. Screaming.
On Saturday,
Thank you.
I was working, and one of the people that I was working with had to tell everyone to quiet down because
Really?
no one could hear when they were calling out the names. Yeah.
Did he like, yell?
He was like, well, he yelled, but, like, in a nice way. He was like, everyone, please quiet down. Like, no one can hear me saying the names. Like, we need to get these drinks out. But he told them to be quiet because it was so
Wait,
loud.
I'm his biggest supporter.
A lot of people came in. Was there a basketball game? Yeah, there was a away state basketball game.
And people were
coming in. Yeah, and they were, like, coming in their jerseys and stuff, and, like, I don't know if they were going to the game or whatever, going to tailgate, but yeah, it was definitely busy, like, in the afternoon before the game.
I was gonna mention Saturday because you said how sometimes I go while you're working, and on Saturday, I thought Lydia was working.
No, on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sunday. I thought Lydia was working till 11. And a.m. And I told her the night before, I'm going to Starbucks tomorrow, but I'm not going to see you because I wasn't setting an alarm. So I knew I would still be asleep. Well, what time did you leave?
11:38.
I probably got there at 11:39. And then I get a text from Lydia, and she would say something like something about me coming right when she left. I was like, wait, weren't you gone like 40 minutes ago?
No. I stayed late too because it was busy. And, like, my manager was like, she lost track of time, and she was like, Lydia, go. But I didn't want to. I never want to. If I don't have anything going on, I don't mind staying late. It was just like 10 minutes anyway. But I did stay late. So I really, like, I think Tess was in there, but I didn't look. Been. I wasn't thinking to look for you. I thought you'd be later than that.
Well, the problem is when you're working, I never know whether to go up and say hi or not. I try to, like, see how many orders there are on the screen, and then if it's really busy, I, like, won't go up and say hi. But the problem is, like, then I don't want you to see me in there and be like, why didn't she say hi? Because remember when Catherine came in and said hi to you, and then Catherine came over, she's like, I said hi to Lydia, and I was like, crap, I didn't.
Well, I know you're thinking, like, oh, she might be too busy. I see you in there.
Yeah.
But you normally say hi.
I normally say hi, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to.
No, I know, that's why. I don't think you're being rude.
Sometimes I just give it a little wave.
But you should say hi anyway. Okay. Yeah, make eye contact with me.
Just like a little wink.
Yeah.
I can't wink. I was going to try, but I can't.
Yeah, you should wink across the store at me.
I will. I tell Also, one thing, when Lydia works, the music is better.
Thank you.
I've told people that before. Like,
Yeah.
because I went in there once and the music was so awful. And this girl, I was in there, I was having like a meeting with someone, and she said how the music was bad. And I said, actually, when my friend works, the music is so good because she puts on Taylor Swift.
Well, you can always text me. Sometimes I don't think about it. Like when I'm working, whatever, I'm not really paying attention. Or sometimes I can't hear it either. But if you text me, like, can you turn on Taylor Swift? I'll do it. It's just like when it's at night, it's like 7 o'clock, then I like pay attention. I'm so
Because it's
courteous.
empty.
I'm such a nice person. I like pay attention to who's in the store. So if it's like
Oh, that is nice.
a bunch of like young guys studying or like old men in there reading, then I won't turn on Taylor Swift. But if it's like us, like I'm gonna turn it on. But I'm so nice like that, so everyone's welcome for that.
That is really nice of you.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's weird that Starbucks is open till 8 o'clock. Like, I feel like it doesn't need to be.
Yesterday I stood around from 6:30 to 8, which we closed at 8. 15 people still in there. Get out.
Really?
Yes.
But are they ordering like coffee at like 8
No,
p.m.?
they're just studying, which is annoying because we still can't, like, we need to sweep and wipe down stuff. Actually, some people did come in 5 minutes left and got frappuccinos. I almost lost it.
Because those take forever.
Because they take so long and I just hate making them.
I think Starbucks could close at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Like, there's just
and
no
maybe
need.
not during finals, but like right now, I literally stood around and did nothing, and barely anyone came in.
Yeah.
Like if we were making money and I was like just making drinks, but I do not think that last 2 hours, hour even, is worth it.
Well, when I came in to say hi to you after class last week, I'm pretty sure it was me and like 2 guys.
Yeah,
And
they changed the hours for like holiday hours.
That's
like,
smart.
When we left for like after finals, they started closing at 6. So when you came in, I think everyone still thought we were closed at 6, which is how it should be.
Yeah.
It's dark anyway. Like,
it's also freezing.
go home before it gets dark.
I feel like maybe it doesn't. I guess freezing doesn't matter because some people do drink hot coffee.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I don't know. I was just so bored last night. I was like, can we hurry this up?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I told her we would probably talk for 15 minutes, and it's been like almost 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think
we do like to yap. So.
we do like to yap. And I think we did a good job for our first time.
I agree.
I think it will get better, and
we can come up with an agenda.
That's
if you
the
guys
thing.
Want.
That's
like,
probably better. And also,
I don't know. We'll probably still go on tangents anyway, but like
True.
if you would rather us tell you what we're going to talk about, this was a surprise. So
maybe we could like pick themes sometimes. But this theme was kind of just like I feel like they have to get to know everyone before we start doing themes.
Yeah.
So like at some point we'll do that. And also maybe we can do podcasts in special locations. I don't know. Maybe next time.
Yeah.
Next time we go to Wilmington, I'll just bring my microphones.
We should. Wait.
Because that's Super Bowl weekend too.
That's true. We have a 4-day weekend. No, we don't. Wait, guys, listen to this. They gave us 2 wellness days, then took one away. However, we didn't have a snow day. We didn't have a hurricane day. They just like took it away. So
I think I know why.
Why?
Because we're run by conservatives now and they don't believe in mental health.
That's probably why.
Should I cut that? No. And
anyway, that's when we're going to Wilmington. Even though it's only 3 days, not 4 anymore. We're still leaving.
Yeah, because we have to watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And yeah, they took away really quick before we end this. We have 2. So now we used to have like a couple mental health days a semester, and they would be like unrelated to holidays, just like days for us to like not have school and work on our mental health. But they give us more work anyway, so you usually end up just doing work all the mental health day. Anyway, they got rid of most of them, and we only have 2 this semester. One of them is the like day before Good Friday, like that Thursday. So that's just like adding to an already holiday weekend. So that like doesn't count. And
because a lot of people would have already left that day anyway.
Yeah.
So it was probably already going to be a light work day. So they were just like, we're not going to give them class.
Yeah. Anyway. And the other one is the day after the Super Bowl, which I like football, so I'm not complaining. But that was probably because the conservatives' agenda, it was like they want to watch the Super Bowl, and so they're giving themselves the next day off. They don't care about us.
Thought about it like
We were supposed to have that Tuesday off too. And I already wrote in my planner in pen, no classes. So I don't really know what they want me to do.
So now it's just like screaming at you.
I shouldn't go.
Yeah.
It's also Catherine's birthday, so that's unfair to her.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
we had already
people
planned.
had plans. The 4 of us had plans.
I already wrote no classes in my calendar.
Yeah.
And now we have classes.
I would be so mad if I had no school on my birthday and then I did.
Yeah, I don't know.
Catherine did not get as upset about that as she should have.
Yeah, I agree. I would be so mad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyway, I don't know what we were talking about. But yes, we will have more like themes and stuff. Oh, because I was thinking about like, yeah, we can talk about like Super Bowl, Taylor Swift's.
Yeah, we didn't
even touch Taylor Swift.
No,
which
yeah.
is crazy.
This was like an introduction, but like just scratch the surface of.
And we have like more friends that are going to be joining, and so we can get to know everyone.
So
and
stay tuned,
I'm just very excited to see where this goes. I don't have scheduled days that I'm going to post or film because I'm a busy college student who just does things when she wants to.
You should turn on your post notifications.
Yeah,
honestly.
and subscribe, because in order for me to monetize the videos to get us closer to our trip to Greece and Tart trip, I need to have 1,000 subscribers, and I have 10. So I have 990 left to go. So please subscribe. And also, I hope the sound quality and video is good, but this is my first time trying everything, so it could be bad.
We'll get the kinks worked out.
Yeah. So we hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next podcast.
Thank you so much for watching.
Bye. Subscribe down below, please.